I know that there is this groundswell of support, and some people are saying, is it true? Is it not true? But would you ever consider that run for the White House in 3+ years?
Well, 3.5 years is a long way away. 3.5 years goes by like that.
Yeah, it does.
And would I consider it? I was asked by the GQ writer, Katie. Katie Weaver, phenomenal writer, by the way. And my answer was truthful, which was yes, of course, I would consider it. Now, did I expect the groundswell to happen?
But it's you. People love you.
And I appreciate that. I'm really grateful about that. It was very flattering. And look, Jerry, I think that when the groundswell happened, it was, and it's still happening. I don't get overwhelmed much, but it was really overwhelming in this really positive way, and it made me feel great. Then I started to think, well, look, maybe it's just reflective of a time where people want to see an even better leadership, maybe a leader who has a bit more poise, less noise. I think, I can tell you that, I don't know. I feel like I'm a guy that maybe people relate to over the years because I've been in the public eye for some time. I try and do my best to solve problems the best way I can. And also, too, I think maybe it's a reflection of people understanding what I do. And what I do is I'm in a business of taking care of people.
Listen, you're an actor. You've got charisma. You have leadership qualities. You're a businessman. Do you need the political side of things? Not necessarily. It has been done before.
I know that. Well, that's when and as I was saying that to a group of the press last night, that I don't have any political experience. I'm not a politician. It's not my business. That was the answer. No, but if someone else did it, you could do it too. So we'll see. Again, I'm very grateful. It's very flattering. I just got to continue to do what I do and put in the work and galvanize a lot of people around me, and we'll see.
This movie is a hard R. This movie is so much fun to watch. And to be very honest, I went in with very low expectations because I didn't know. Look, I was a big fan of Baywatch. I actually guest starred on Baywatch. One episode. And so you were a teen when Baywatch came out. What do you remember most about it?
I remember that it was hot. I remember that it was sexy. I remember Pam Anderson. I remember David Hasselhoff was like the man, right? He was coming off a Knight Rider, I think. He was the biggest television star in the world. Him and Tom Selleck, I think, at that time, right? So, and look, with a movie like Baywatch, when you decide to make it a movie, it comes with baggage. And I knew that going in, and I've had this project now for 5 years. Like Paramount came to me 5 years ago. So I knew there was baggage. We all knew that there was baggage.
What kind of baggage?
Well, I think it's that kind of thing where when you take a TV show and there's the idea that you're going to make Baywatch, right? So in people's minds, it's, oh, yeah, remember that Pam Anderson and that group, and they were sexy. It's gonna be cheesy. Is the movie gonna be cheesy? Like, what kind of movie are you gonna make? It was that kind of reaction from fans, and I totally get it, by the way, because we all live in that same world where it's like, oh, here we go. They're gonna make that one now.
Right.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, right.
So it was that kind of baggage, and not only that, but it was a successful TV show in the '80s. Right, and
it's a different time.
It's a different time, right? It's a different sensibility. So the idea was, how are we going to be able to take a TV show in the '80s, and how are we going to create something that's going to be cool and hip and hot today and exciting, and try and root it in something that makes sense in terms of a story. And it's one of the best parts of my job because that's a great challenge.